When it's a rainy day in Vancouver and you can't afford to buy the awning that you want for your own van, you find a friend who has an awning attached to his big RV, you pop that awning out so it goes over top of my rain gutter and it stays nice and dry between both vans. This is Jeff, aka I call him Jeffy Bear. He don't like it when I call him that. He's a gentleman from our Patreon. He's the one responsible for making that little wood carving you guys see that hangs from my rearview mirror in some of the shots. Well, me and Jeff, we're just having a rainy day. So what we're doing, not really sure. Maybe you guys might be stuck doing some general chores with me. Boy, Chrome, sure sounds exciting, doesn't it? Welcome to Rainy Days in Vancouver. Hi, buddy. In the bottom of a box down there, I found the old hard drive out of my old DJ computer and this little thing that allows me to pull everything off of it. So I'm gonna plug this thing in and see what's on it. Oh my gosh, the drive showed up. Oh, my old music collection's all in here too. For those of you who didn't know, I used to have an electronic music show that ran for 2 years on the radio here in Canada. And I found 4 different episodes on this old hard drive of mine here. So maybe I will get these mixes posted online so you guys can check them out. But here's a sneak peek.
It's about that time. The party starts now with Nightlife Radio.
How you doing, my beautiful people? My name is DJ Chrome, and we are going to jump right into the mix tonight. So much electro house was released, including great tracks from Cosmic Gate, Magic, Dyro, Vice Tone, Sick Individuals, and just wait until you hear the Nightlife Radio countdown tonight. It's going to be pure electro insanity. We're going to kick the show off with Cascade and Crunk and an awesome little remix from Coyote. This is Turn It Down.
Yeah. Listening to that stuff is like going down memory lane. I'll try to get those mixes posted for you guys. That way you can check them out. I do have DJ mixes at hearthis.at/DJ Chrome, and they're free to download. You can click on them, download them, listen to them, whatever you want. But yeah, the radio show thing is just like a weird fact about me. If you guys didn't know about it, we ran it for 2 solid years. So it was produced as a 3-hour-long FM radio show that we broke down into 3 segments. That way they could still run their commercials and stuff on it. So they ended up working out to being about 2 hours and 37 minutes of actual DJ Chrome. And it was put out every single week. And I did it all myself in my old condo that I used to live in before living in the van. I did that entire show. First I did the DJ mix, then the next day I laid down all the vocals on it. Third day I did all like the sound stuff. So I did in all the drops and stuff like that and just polished the whole show off. I produced that bastard every single week while having a day job, while DJing in the bar 5 nights a week and producing the radio show. So when it comes to producing daily videos on YouTube, is nothing compared to the grind I was in before. Anyway, sorry to interrupt this video. Is this really an interruption? We weren't really doing anything. We were cleaning my van. Okay, back to cleaning my van. What's going on, Cruz? What's this? He's going, nothing to do with it. So I was digging underneath my bed and I found the GoPro harness I bought for disco. Cruz is like, heck no. You don't even know what this is. What is this? Hey, you want no part of it. I get it. All right, let's see how this thing works. I don't know how it works. Put your tongue away for this. Okay, so the strap's on there. Now all you can do is pop the GoPro in it. And we have the official Cruz cam. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come here, bro. I see a little GoPro on his back there. Sweet. Come here, buddy. So you could strap the GoPro underneath him as well. So if you wanted to get like that bottom shot, hey, you could put one on the bottom, and if we had another one, we could put one up top there, buddy. You look so enthused. He's like, man, this is animal abuse, Dad. Well, it's official. I want an awning. So Santa Claus, if you're watching this, you better be bringing me an awning this year. You didn't bring me anything last year, nor did you bring me something the year before. So this year, Santa, you better bring it, okay? Bring it! Did you put out cookies for Santa last year?
No.
Does he come to your RV?
Yes.
What? Hey, Cruz, you want me to tell Santa anything? Got a new piece of jewelry. What is this, buddy? What is this? Handmade. Cruz, it even has your name on it. Look at this thing. Cruzy, where'd you get that? Did someone just come knocking on the van and bring you a pretty cool gift? Guys, look at this thing. Hey, little buddy. Looks good on you. Hey, looks good on you, Cruzy. Love it. Super cool of that guy to bring by that gift for Cruz. It looks so good in it. Anyway, he's been down here in Vancouver at the beach for quite a while. He's actually trying to sell those collars to fund his travels. He's on a mission right now to sell 20 of them, so I'm going to leave his email down below if you would like to get your dog a custom collar done by him. Super cool, but he's hoping that maybe some of these collars will kind of help pay to keep him pushing a little farther forward on his travels. Just a super, super good dude. Making dinner. That's my cue to leave. He's singing Christmas carols. Okay, I got a story to share with you guys. Okay, hold on. Cruzy, put your tongue away. While Jeff was over there making himself some dinner, I thought I'd share with you guys a bit of a story that it was a topic that kind of came up today. Jeff lives in is that a Class C? Jeff, your RV Class C?
Yep.
So Jeff lives in a Class C RV, and for quite a while now, he's been talking about getting rid of the Class C and moving into a cargo van, like something my size. And while I was in here today just doing some work around the van, he was at his table over there doing some wood carving, and I hear the voice over there going, wow, Chrome, watching you move around that van changes his mind about living in a low roof, he's over there laughing, in a low roof van. So it got me thinking about you guys, and for some of you that are like, you know what, I'm just going to get into a low roof van and rock it, you may want to think about, your life and your lifestyle and your future and your health. So Jeff has bad knees, and him watching me crawl around in my van, function on my knees, and watch all hunked over all the time, he was like, whoa. Okay, I don't know if I could do what you're doing in a short roof van. So Jeff's got diabetes, and sometimes with his legs, he has a hard time getting out of his RV. So putting him in a smaller space like my van could pose for a lot more mobility problems. Because I know for me, getting out of my van sometimes from being always crunched up in here, sometimes standing up is a bit of a, guys, if you see me get out of my van, you'd be like, Chrome, you look like a 90-year-old man, dude. What are you doing? But that comes from living in a short roof van, because even when I'm sitting, I'm kind of slouched over. If I'm kneeling or moving around, it doesn't bother him at all. But so I just thought I'd bring that up. So you might want to go out and rent yourself a few moving trucks. Go rent a small minivan and see if you can sleep in it for a night. Then maybe the next night go rent a cargo van with a low roof and try that. Then go rent a big one. What's it going to take? Maybe $300 worth of rentals over a few days for you to realize that, holy crap, minivan, no way. tall van might not be your thing either. Maybe you could get into a van like mine and say I could function. But you're better to spend that money and learn those things that way than making the mistake by just buying it and realizing, holy crap, this minivan's too small, right? Or Jeff, if he didn't see me moving around my van today with my doors open, he might have gone out and bought a short roof van and realized, holy crap, man, my knees just can't take this mobility. The reason why he wants to get into a smaller van is because I know all of you see this in the news all the time, and you guys email me constantly going, oh, Chrome, did you hear what's going on in Vancouver with parking regulations? Or did you hear what's going on in Surrey? Or did you hear what's going on in this town or state in my country? You always hear these news articles that come out and talk about, okay, we're going to ban parking on the streets. But everybody always thinks it pertains to me. And it kind of does, but it kind of doesn't. So every time you see these big headline articles about the problems they're having in the cities that they're living, it always says RVs and large vehicles. That's the main headline. Even in Surrey, when Surrey banned overnight parking, the headlines and everything, and even when you're reading through the articles, everything said RVs and larger vehicles. So that's been one of the reasons why he wants to get out of living in an RV, is because the RVs kind of are sitting in a pretty negative stigma right now, right? Where I kind of slide underneath a wire. People don't even know I'm in their towns. I'm just sleeping on the streets, having a great time, going about my day, being incognito. Where in the RV, it poses a lot more problems for him. Parking problems?
Yeah. But I'm just trying to give you some insight.
Yeah, and it's true though. He was just saying that he wants to travel in his vehicle, and what he finds in the RV is that when he goes to a town, he can't maneuver around that town like a normal human being. He can't pull into the parking lot of a restaurant and go have a bite to eat at just a regular restaurant in town. He has to search out places to go that fit his RV. Like going to get groceries, you just can't pull into some of the grocery stores in some of the towns because parking just doesn't function for RVs unless you're in like big, huge stores. But he's having a hard time maneuvering the larger RV around town. Plus, you know, when it comes to traveling, it poses a problem. Like if you were to travel to Vancouver in a big RV, you can't go cruise around downtown Vancouver in your huge RV and pull over and go find a nice place to have dinner because you can't park a vehicle that big within the city limits of most cities or even some towns. So that's another reason why it's posing a problem for all of his travel. He also said too that, you know, an RV is great if you're like an old retired person that just wants to park your vehicle at a campground and pay for a hookup all the time, or like in the US, if you just want to pull up to a giant spot in the BLM land where it's easy to drive into, and then yeah, great rocket. But yeah, I think he's got it right though. I mean, I could see that being a problem. I know on my travels this summer, you know, there's a lot of places I couldn't have gone if I had the RV. You know, I think that would really hinder the maneuvering around you could do in towns if you had a larger vehicle. But yeah, it's just the whole stigma and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because now he is lumped into that pile of people instantly because he's living in an RV. Does that make sense? Is that kind of like the idea you were saying? Yeah, so I mean, he doesn't want to be put into that pile that you keep hearing about in those news articles, but because he's in an RV, he is in that pile. And I don't think a lot of us van lifers are lumped into that pile because they don't know. About 90% of the people that live in the vans, or 95%, the city has no clue that we even exist. Right? And most people that drive by, they don't notice vans because we blend in. And that's not the whole stealthy thing either, because even just a regular camper van on the side of the road, if it's clean, or a class B, a smaller van, if you're nice and clean and neat and tidy and you move every day, you go completely unnoticed. People just don't care sometimes. But yeah, I just thought I'd bring that up with you guys because, you know, it's cool to be friends with somebody who's having a problem with their RV and wanting to downgrade. And I see people all the time in vans that want to upgrade too, but yeah. Did I get that right? Did I miss anything? No, I'm good.
Got it right.
All right, we're good. It's cold out here.